So, Mark, have we ever seen anything in the modern era similar to DOGE? And how do you think this is going to play out? I know that is a very difficult question. It's a speculative question. But why don't you instead say, what are you seeing that might lead you to believe a certain conclusion is inevitable? Because we've never quite seen the world's richest man come in as an SGE, a special government employee, and deploy some of his super geniuses to fix the government. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. Mark, your take on DOGE.
We could do 3 hours on the ways it is unprecedented, not just Musk's involvement, but the way it's being done, the scope and scale of the ambition, the speed with which it's being done. So there's lots that's unprecedented here. I think that it's great to talk about cutting spending, and there's no doubt that it's irresponsible to future generations to run up debt and deficit like this. Here's some realities. You can't either cut or tax your way out of debt and deficit. You have to have robust economic growth. 3, 4, 5%. Some people say that's impossible. I say it better be possible. So that's the key is the policies that are going to lead to more growth if you want to reduce debt and deficit. But spending cuts are important. I think Democrats have made a huge mistake saying, oh, it's only 25,000 or it's only 26 million. I think taxpayers feel like every dollar is precious, particularly if it goes for things.
I think you're exactly right.
If it goes for fancy subscriptions to something called Politico Pro or some sort of play, regardless of whether it's a topic they disagree with. So I think they're on the right track there. But the reality is you cannot cut spending that doesn't affect people. And I think they continue to talk about it as cuts as opposed to restraining the rate of growth. I think eventually they'll get around to doing that. But where the money is in Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. You could cut every bit of discretionary spending, even cut some defense spending, which most Republicans don't want to do. You will not get to the point where you'll see significant deficit reduction. So I hope that Republicans and Democrats join together to say these programs are invaluable, and the way to save them, not destroy the programs, the way to save them is to find ways to make them more efficient, to find cost savings, to do things like say really rich people maybe shouldn't get the same Social Security benefits as other people. Those are the steps they haven't taken. So while it's great that they're looking to cut a little bit here and a little bit there, and I think that's right, although there needs to be scrutiny about whether they're doing it legally and whether they're doing it in ways that might cut programs that are worthwhile. I think the big question is, can they actually make a dent in the deficit by going where the money is, which again is in these programs that President Trump has vowed not to touch.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.